Hi everyone. So maybe you heard the news that Google and a lot of other big tech corporations recently banned a lot of apps that have to do with Hong Kong, or more precisely, that have to do with the Hong Kong protests. And one of those apps, well, actually, in this case, it's a game. Um, there was, there was a game that was banned among many other apps that were banned. And this game was completely banned by Google in the Google Play Store, but not just in Hong Kong, but like around the world, and you can't get it anywhere anymore. Even though it's just a game, it's a game that allows you to play as a Hong Kong protester, and I thought, hey, that's fascinating. I wish that game was still available. So, but since it's been banned everywhere, well, by Google, but Google kind of has that power nowadays. I couldn't find it anywhere. So I contacted the developer, and he actually sent me the app. So so I'm doing something that I haven't done for a long time. I'm doing a let's play of a game that was banned by Google. So let's have a look at this. Okay, so I just started the tutorial. Yeah, be information how to win. Okay, that wasn't much of a tutorial, but thank you. Okay, home. Welcome. In this game, you will get to experience what it's like to be a Hong Konger in the past few months. I think that's really nice, because this was done by someone in Hong Kong for people outside of Hong Kong. That was actually the intention, so that they can better understand what was going on in Hong Kong and still is going on in Hong Kong. As of this version, and that's because his idea was that he would keep it up to date. That as the events in Hong Kong unfold, he would keep updating the game so that it always tells you about what's going on in Hong Kong. As of this version, 5 chapters are available to players. We are currently working on the next 5 chapters and a new challenge mode, which will be released soon. Well, yeah, that's not true. They stopped working on it because it was banned. It's so sad. 80% of the profit earned will be... Oh yeah, maybe I should explain that. The game is for free, but the idea was, that's all been scrapped now because of Google. But the idea was that the game was free, but you could basically, how do you call these kinds of games? Freemium, the game itself is free, but it was intended to have some little neat features that you had to pay a little bit for. But that's all not being implemented now that Google banned it. And then the idea was that he would donate 80% of the money earned. 80% of the profit earned will be donated to help protesters who need financial support at the end of every month. You might follow us on Facebook to learn more about this. Guides. First, unlock achievements to earn points, which can be used to purchase equipment to enhance your abilities and attributes. 2, you lose if public opinion is completely in favor of the government. 3, you lose if your health is lower than or equal to 0. How can your health be lower than 0? Never mind. 4, you lose if you're arrested. 5, you lose if you're extradited to China. Tips. Get free points on shop page. 2. Try to unlock as many achievements as possible. 3. Buy better equipment to enhance your abilities and attributes so that you can choose a different path. Okay. What is this? What does this mean? Okay, well, seems to relate to the difficulty level, I guess. Well, CCP means Communist Party of China, or Chinese Communist Party. PLA means People's Liberation Army. That's the army of the Chinese Communist Party. And the others, I'm not sure about. But let's just go with the middle one. Prologue. 7th June, Friday, 2 days before the scheduled date of another anti-extradition bill march on Sunday. It's uncertain as to how many people will join this march, not to mention that you're still vacillating. At 2 p.m., you're browsing whatever, the most popular online forum in Hong Kong, in the office, and your boss suddenly calls your name. Oh, now I can pick my name. My name is either Yang, Li, or Wong. I don't know. You would think that, as a Hong Konger, you could also be called, like, I don't know, Charles or something, especially since it's supposed to be aimed at people outside of Hong Kong. You would think you would give them a British name or something to choose from, because maybe they can identify with that more. I don't know. But let's go with Wong. Wong, come in. We need to talk, he says, beckoning at you, leaning against the door of his room, his brows furrowed. Oh, is this a visual novel? I think this is a visual novel. Nice, love that. Yeah, if it's a visual novel, I don't know if you know that. My English speaking subscribers probably don't know that, but I actually have one of the biggest German language visual novel websites. So I don't know if it's the website is in German, but that doesn't mean that the games are all in German, and there are also English language games on there. So I don't know, since since Google banned it, and since the developers did send me the app, maybe I'll figure out some way, maybe I'll put it on my website or something. Check the description. Maybe I'll figure out some way, if you want to play it. Maybe I'll include it in my visual novel wiki. So check the description for that. I'll figure out some way to link this to you. Yeah. Wong, come in. We need to talk, he says, beckoning at you, leaning against the door of his room, his brows furrowed. Rush inside, walk slowly. No. Yes, third option. Delete the browsing history of your computer before going. That's always a good idea. I'm very much used to that. I have to do that every time my wife comes in. You surmise he's going to scold you for browsing during office hours, so you clean the browsing history of your desktop computer before going in. Yes, wise decision. Rumors say that you want to join the march on Sunday, he says, sitting in his grand office chair, his voice threatening. Deny. Oh, I'm gonna be honest. Let's see what happens. Yes, of course. Why ask? Is there a problem? it should be, I'm assuming it's in your free time, so you should be free to do whatever you want, right? Now, here's the thing. Our company doesn't want our employees to participate in any political event. Oh, is he working at Google? But actually, actually, it's a kind of a double standard anyway. Usually if they tell you something like that, especially if it is Google, it just means that they don't want you to engage in the kind of political activity that they don't want you to engage. If you engage in the kind of political activity that they want you to engage, which in Google's case is, I'm assuming, I don't know, maybe left-wing politics or something, then they're actually encouraging that, and there's actually an internal memo of Google that is actually encouraging employees to take political actions, but the kind of political actions that Google wants them to take. And I'm gonna make a video about that soon. Yeah, but of course, if it's the kind of political action that or if you're promoting the kind of political views that the big company doesn't have and doesn't want to promote, then they're gonna say, oh yes, it's our company policy to not engage in politics. Yes. Now here's the thing. Our company doesn't want our employees to participate in any political event because it possibly damaged the reputation of our band, he says, as his phone rings. He answers the phone, and this would be so great if it would actually be voiced. They need to do a voiced version of this. Well, of course, now they're probably not going to do any version of this anymore. He answers the phone, and I can't read so much because, well, no, yeah, I'm still a little. I have a bit of a cold, so I can't read that much. Just read it for yourself. Distribute the leaflets with a guy from the Impala movement. Sure. I'm sure to get arrested maybe soon. He asks you to meet him at the entrance of Kowloon Park in where your company's office is located. Oh, this is a bad idea. Hey, long time no see, he says, straightening his tie and collar with one hand. You skim the leaflet, which one... Do you really think people would like to read it? Yes. He shrugs his shoulders and says, maybe yes, maybe no, but we've got to try. Yeah, you skim the leaflet which wordily explains why the proposed amendments would undermine the rule of law in Hong Kong. Yeah, you gotta find a way, that sounds boring, you gotta find a way to get your point across, in a more palatable manner. Maybe, I don't know, make a game about it. Holding the leaflets, who should you give it to? A fashionable young man, a hunchbacked old man, a middle-aged woman. Oh my God, is this about racial profiling or something? Well, it's not racial profiling, but I don't know, maybe gender profiling and appearance profiling. A fashionable young man, a hunchbacked old man, a middle-aged woman. Yeah, well, don't judge by appearances, so I'm going with a hunchbacked old man. He pushes your hand off with a discounted face, saying, don't block my way. I kind of got the feeling that was the response I would have gotten anyway. Who's your next target? A beautiful young girl, a secondary school student in uniform, a man in a man in a suit. Well, why not? The beautiful young girl. She walks past you with an annoyed face. Yeah, see, they're gonna react that way no matter what. It doesn't really, I think with this it doesn't really matter what you choose. Who's your next target? Oh, a gangster-looking man. I don't think that's a good idea. A police officer on duty. That's probably also not a good idea. Let's go with an old man with a bald head. He has a long conversation with you about how China has made Hong Kong one of the best financial hubs in the world, while ignoring the fact that it's the British Empire that helped transforming this fishing village into a modern city in the first place. The leaflet doesn't seem to have any effect on him. Oh, great. After that, you manage to distribute 4 more leaflets. At 11 p.m., Chan says, "I'm tired. Let's call it a day, shall we?" You wake up at 10 a.m. lying sprawled on the bed. You click open LIJKG. The most upvoted post is about how Taiwan government has already refused to ask Hong Kong to return a murder suspect in May. The second most upvoted post is an analytical article about the possible side effects of the proposed amendments. The latest post is mainly urging everyone to share electronic leaflets about the march tomorrow on all social media platforms. Which post should you click? The most upvoted post, the second most upvoted post, the latest post. Let's go with that. Oh, nice. That probably is the actual post. Kind of looks that way anyway. So what do I do now? Okay. You download the electronic leaflets uploaded by the OP and immediately post them on your Instagram. You drift off to sleep after browsing a few posts. When you wake up again, it's already blah blah blah. Your girlfriend is asking if you attend the march. What's your answer? Yes. The march will begin at blah, 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 blah. The two of you decide to meet up at blah, blah, blah. At about blah, 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 you receive a message from Chan saying he'll be distributing leaflets in Mongkok tonight, starting at around, this is our last chance before the march. Well, sure, why not? Leaflet distribution unlocked. You have earned 200 points. What do I do with the points? Oh yeah, right. I buy gear like gas mask, I'm assuming. Yeah. You don't know what else you can do for Hong Kong, so you decide to go help him. You mean he has brought some new leaflets with him. Which leaflets do you want to distribute? The black and white and wordy one? No, that's not a good idea. The colorful and simply designed one. The old school one with lotus background. Let's go with the colorful and simply designed one. You decide to distribute, who am I getting to distribute it to? A fat old man, why not? No profiling, right? He stares at you, mumbling, and leaves after a moment. An old man with a walking stick. At least if I go with old man with a walking stick, then it's more likely that he won't turn out to be an undercover policeman that will arrest me. A group of tourists, why not? They simply walk past you. At about 10 p.m., more and more volunteers have shown up distributing leaflets on each corner. Since when did Hong Kongers who only believe in the power of money become so politically enthusiastic? Simple. Do you want to go on a trial in China? He replies. Let's go home. I have to pack my stuffs for the march. Umbrella, mask, and water. And don't forget to bring a change of clothes. Scheduled date March. You wake up at Instead of white clothing as suggested by the organizers because of adopting what color to wear? White. Okay, probably gonna stick out. Let's go with gray. You will wear gray should you decide to attend the march later. As you're having lunch at home, Chan calls you and asks if you'd like to attend the march with him. What's your answer? Maybe. You're still wondering if you should go or not. It's time for you to decide. Should you attend the march? Yes. Go with who? I was going to attend the march. You eventually meet up. The point of the march. Wait in shopping mall nearby. No, let's go directly. Probably a bad idea. Oh yeah, health decreased. Uh. Yeah. Okay, what should I shout? Carrie Lam step down. Withdraw the extradition bill. Who's Teresa Chang? I don't even know who that is. Um, Withdraw the extradition bill. Needless to say, the withdrawal of the bill is the most important thing. So, as the head of the crowd, the biased news this company produced in 2014 have misled a lot of people. What should you do? Oh, okay. Biased reporter. So what should I do? Ignore him, assault him. Yeah, that's always a good idea. Punch his camera. Let's just go with ignore him. It occurs to you that there is no use attacking this man without bring down the entire company. Lot of Chinglish in this game. At about 8 p.m., the organizer says that some of the protesters are trying to occupy Harcourt Road. What should you do? Sit down and wait? Go help them? Oh. Go help them? Though that's probably a bad idea. People on the other side of Harcourt Road, what should you do? Wait for circumstances to change. It'd be unwise for you to attempt anything reckless. Yes. Join them? You see, reading would be useful. And about the government finally issues a statement in response to published procession today on the fugitive offenders and mutual global criminal matters legislation. A government spokesman said, blah, 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 blah. Oh God, this is probably what he actually said. They put the entire speech in there. Oh my God, there's such a thing as too much information. Okay, anyway, suffice it to say, what the government said, didn't, what the government said wasn't what the people wanted to hear. So, let's sit some more in the car park. You're not brave enough to join their advance. The only thing you can do for them is to sit in peacefully at the car park. Okay. You browse the special reply to the main. Share this post on Facebook. That's not a good idea. Only 2 people liked your post on Facebook. You are sure they are still unaware of it. Yes. The clash lasts about 2 hours and comes to an end as the raptors arrive and drive the crowd out of the designated areas using strengthened batons and pepper spray. Resiliently, the protesters fall back, regroup, and occupy Longbow Road outside the complex with large trash cans to continue their protests. You can't quite see what's going on out there sitting at Timmy Avenue. The only thing you can do for them is praying. Well, okay, then I'll pray for them. You are very worried about them, yet believing you're doing the right thing, you don't regret your decision. At about 2 a.m., riot police begin surrounding a few hundreds of the protesters still sitting in before the car park. It seems they're going to take action soon. What should you do? Oh, I can't take the other options because I don't have enough aggressiveness for that option, and I don't have enough empathy for that other option, so I have to leave. That sucks. Some of the protesters stand up and walk away. You decide to leave with them together since you're deeply worried about being arrested. Okay. Just basically tells the entire story about the protest from the beginning to the end. So, yeah, you can imagine it's a pretty long game. It's too long to just, play it in one sitting, and it's definitely too long for this video. So I'll stop at this point. Like I said, check the description. I'll figure out some way, maybe I'll link this, maybe I'll upload the app to my wiki, or I'll figure out some way. Yeah. Well, and if it's okay with I hope it's okay with the developer. If it's not okay, then I'll take it down again. But I think that's actually, I think the whole point of this thing is to actually, raise awareness and get some attention. So I don't think he has anything against that. Otherwise, he wouldn't have sent me the app in the first place. So yeah, I'll figure something out. Go check the description, and then you can play it for yourself. It's it's not the kind of game that's supposed to be played in one sitting. So, but it seems like, if you like, especially if you like visual novels, or if you want to learn more about the situation in Hong Kong, then it seems like a very, very interesting concept, very, very unique in a way. And I like these kind of games. And I especially like those kinds of visual novels where you have a lot of choices, and where you have to make a lot of moral choices even, and where your moral choices have a large impact on the story and the consequences, and that's exactly the kind of visual novel I like, and that's exactly what this is. So I love it, but it's way too long to continue playing it in this video. So go check it out yourself. Yeah.